Okay, this is for, well, anybody who is interested. Now, I'm actually hoping for some of you in the metaphysical community to help me possibly identify this angel. I'm going to describe her to you, and maybe if she's an archangel or a known being, maybe because she came off as wow. So let me describe this. Also, this is for anyone, and if you're religious and you like the idea of angels, hey, listen up. This was awesome. Okay. So it's probably been a few years back now. I was in a dream and I became lucid. And when I become lucid in a dream, one of the things I often like to do is start flying. It's an exhilarating experience, and it literally raises me to a higher vibration, and you can explore all kinds of neat things. So I was dreaming that I was out at my parents' ranch, and I started flying. I became lucid, I started flying. And I sort of flew over the neighbor's house, and I was kind of looking down at some of the cattle in his field. The neighbor's property, okay? So I flew off my parents' property, I flew to somebody else's property, and I was looking down on the cattle. And as I'm looking down on them, kind of admiring these big bulls with their horns and stuff, I feel the presence above me, flying above me, and I hear a voice. And the first thing she says is something about how she was like complimenting my neck, saying I have a big, strong neck. As odd as that, as random as that sounds. So as I'm flying, I look up and back where I hear this voice, and sure enough, flying above me and a little bit behind me is this incredible looking angel. That's the only way I can describe her, because she did somewhat resemble all these pictures I've seen, in books about the idea of angels, except there were some very obvious key differences. The depictions I've seen of angels in books were sort of, for lack of better terms, sort of soft and wimpy looking, and this female angel character was like strong and powerful looking and amazing and awe-inspiring. And I felt it in her personality too. This was not some passive, gentle being. This was a very confident, fiery sort of a being. She had so much light emanating out of her. Now, I've heard of this, angels, light, things like that. But it was like she had so much light coming out of her. It was like she was like the sun, okay? Except I could make out her features, and clearly, but she was just glowing with powerful light. It was amazing. She might now. This detail I'm a little unsure about, because I was more looking at her face. That's what stood out to me so much. She might have had a sword, and possibly even a shield. Okay? And she basically gave me a message of, it came off almost, a lecture's not the right word for this, because it felt really good hearing this from her. But and I don't want to say she was harping on me, I'm lacking the right words here, but she gave me a very strong, message about how I should never be bowing down to anybody in this world, okay? And now this is where it gets a little different than what I've read about supposedly angels, because I've read all these things in the metaphysical type literature that's out there now about how angels never incarnated, and they've always just been angels or whatever. But she actually said that when she lived, she never once bowed down to anybody, and she was basically, encouraging me to be the same. And she said a few other things to me along those same lines, basically making it perfectly clear to me that I'm absolutely wasting. No, I don't want to say it like that, but bowing down to anybody or anything in this world is a complete waste of what I am, was basically the message I got from her. And she's right. I've wasted so many decades just doing what other people want when there were much better things inside of me that I should have been doing and being. And this has come clear in a unlimited supply of ways, but I was a little bit surprised to see this being. Now let me try to describe her. Like I said, she had light coming out of her that was just bright and powerful. Her eyes were like a blue color that was so crystalline blue that it's almost like my face sort of zoomed in on it for a second just to see her face up close. I don't know how to describe it. Such a sharp blue, okay? They were like, like a piercing, powerful crystal, almost like a burning blue color, like a burning, bright, sharp, crystally blue. Her skin was like the color of light coming out, okay? Her hair was very wavy and not very long. She didn't have like really long hair. It was kind of like, semi-long, like maybe if your hair was like 4 or 5 or 6 inches, but it was very wavy and curly-ish. And it was like a different color of light. It was sort of a darker and, like almost like an orangish, yellowish, golden, fiery color, her hair, okay? The way it was wavy, even the curls of it even reminded me of fire, okay? And like I said, I'm pretty sure she was carrying a sword, or at least that, I feel that right now saying it. Like whether I noticed it or not, that's the energy that was there. This being was basically, she was like the cure to everything about religion that had ever taught me being timid was somehow a good thing, like restraining yourself and holding back who you are all the time, which couldn't be more true. Her whole message and energy and presence and what she meant to me was that, okay? And, she's absolutely right and she's absolutely true, and I absolutely love her for like almost pushing upon me the permission to be who I am instead of, holding it all back and letting everybody else have their way, which has actually been a mistake I've made in multiple lives in various ways, okay? So, if you know what I mean, if like some of you, the kind of gift for this can feel, maybe you even know who I'm talking about. Maybe this is a known figure. I don't know about like the archangels and, different angels that have made themselves known to people and what their names and energies and all that are. I'm just giving my best honest description of what I experienced. I don't know, she just seems so amazing. It's like I feel like this being must interact with a lot of people. I don't know why someone like this would be my own personal angel, but hey, maybe it works that way. So I don't know, but I'm putting it out there because I have this feeling that somebody out there is going to have some things to say on this, okay? I am really not someone who is expecting to see or meet an angel, so like I wasn't, I'm not all read up on this kind of stuff, and I'm still not. Strangely, I haven't even tried to educate myself on it since then. There's been so many interesting, amazing things going on that, I'm just whirling and expanding, and it's great, but whoever this was a real being who made a very strong point to appear to me as an angel and blow my mind as to what an angel really is, okay? So I am super thankful for this experience, and I just super needed to share it. Alright, so I think that's all. I think that's all I remember that's important from that, and I think that's all that's on my heart to share about it. So let me know. Let me know what you can contribute to this, okay? I'm very interested. Okay? So anyway, wherever you are, wherever you stand, whatever your opinions are about this, whatever you have to share or not, I love you. And thank you.